Race number 5 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1400 metres. I'm excited to take a look at this race, Mark, because I think there's two horses especially that will be stepping through grades. I speak of Eyes Wide Open and also Special Jewel, but there are some other strong form lines around them. Tommy Toucan racing well. He's packing was a really nice win, so I think it can be quite a competitive field.
A very, very good field. Good betting race, but we'll have a look at the replay of last start winner, one of those horses you mentioned, Adam, number 9, Special Jewel.
Coming around the turn, trailed by Golden Wattle, and further back it's Jack in the straight now at the 300 metre mark. Over on the outside it's Kostya Zilch going up, now getting a run on the inside here is Special Jewel. It got through the opening. Special Jewel quickly kicked a length and a half on Kostya Zilch and battling away Sedimentary, but Special Jewel really extending for Pike. It's going to win it here first up for them. And
Filly by Tessa Rossi here, and we've been waiting for this breakthrough performance, and we finally saw it, beating Kostya Zilch in the end over the 1400 metres. Took a while to wind up, but when she did, she attacked the line strongly and won comfortable on that occasion. She's drawn well here in barrier 2 with the 57 kilos. I think there's still a bit of a question mark from her, but if she can come out and win this race or run in the top 3, I think she'll take a lot from it.
She looks to get the run of the race from barrier 2, doesn't she, Adam? We've also got number 17, 888. Now this galloper, its recent 2 trials have been very good. Was beaten by Count Carla and Kim Shanghai in those 2 trials. Those 2 horses have since come out and run really well.
Yeah, this horse is certainly one that I want to keep an eye on because, as you mentioned, those trials have been good. A gelding by Sebring as well. Count Carla, I think it will come out and win this Thursday at Pinjarra, so I think the form lines will be held up even stronger there. And then Kim Shanghai, as you mentioned, came out last Wednesday winning at $67, leading from start to finish as well. So I've got a big watch on 888.
Number 5, Eyes Wide Open. Last start behind Astronomer, beaten only 2.8 lengths. Now, I really wanted to have this filly by a Kenathon on top, but barrier 10, not sure where it gets to in the run.
Makes it tough, but this is the best horse in the race in my opinion, and she'll be the one that goes forward the most. The run behind Astronomer was good first up. I think she'll improve second up. She has won at that before. Sean O'Donnell gets back on board, which is a big positive as well. We'll be forced to go back, as you mentioned, but with the cutaway, I think she'll have every opportunity to win, and I'll be tipping that way. Number 5, Eyes Wide Open, from 9, Special Jewel, 10, Illuminize, and 7, Total Eclipse.
I'm going the 17 on top, Adam. 888 from the 6, Love Trade, 5, Eyes Wide Open, and number 4, Tommy Toucan.
Race number 6 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1200 metres, and again, this is probably another progressive race I'm looking forward to, where a lot of these horses we will be seeing feature on a Saturday.
Yeah, and you'll get good value again out of this race, the second leg of the quaddie. But we'll have a look at number 3, Captain Bonehead, winning last start back in February.
Mac McCady's keeper trying to be extricated to the outside but getting hampered for room. Captain Bonehead races clear though. It put up 2 lengths. Battling away Kieran Delight, Skip Tracer, followed by Allergen, and then running on Major Detail, but Captain Bonehead's well clear inside the last 100 and has the 6th event of the day shot to pieces. Captain Bonehead drew clear, a length and a half. Kieran
certainly turned the corner, did this horse. So going into its 20th start, it only placed on 7 occasions, was still yet to win. It then won its 21st start and won its 22nd as well. And I spoke to Aaron Baisley at Pinjarra Park when it won its first ever race. He said he'd finally worked this horse out and got it right as well. The form lines from there have actually been okay. And even before that, when it just lost to Sigil by a half head and Hassan May, they are gallopers that are certainly going okay. The 2 kilo claim here now to Randy Tan brings it down to 56.5 kilos. Has placed first up. Comes into this race without a trial, but again, this is a massive step up from that Pinjarra and Bunbury form lines.
Number 2, Main Instigator. I get the feeling that this horse is better than a Class 3 horse. This gelding by Saxon's just taken a little while to come on.
Yeah, it certainly is, I think, a much better horse than what we're seeing at the moment. Beaten under a length by Bombs Away, which came out and won on Saturday. Mr. Motown's a good type race well at Kalgoorlie, again carrying 60 kilos. And then was beaten under 3 lengths by Cronkite when jumping from barrier 12. Now draws barrier 1, 56.5 kilos, has placed, finished in the top 3 4 occasions from 5 attempts at the distance as well. I think Main Instigator can win this race.
Number 9, Streets of London, Grant Williams and William Pike combine again. I'm a big fan of this horse. I really liked its run up the straight last start behind Glen Album. That form, questionable, but it probably should have won at $2.50 quote last start. Comes here, I think it's one that'll sneak under the radar and you could get a price about.
Yeah, I was determined not to put this horse on top, and for good reason as well. Talk about horses that have hurt people's pockets. It's had the 4 career starts and finished second on 3 occasions. It is jumped as favourite on all of those as well. Take a look at its recent run. Beaten when a $3.20 favourite, beaten when a $1.75 favourite, beaten when a $1.95 favourite, and then beaten when a $2.50 favourite. There is no way on earth this horse will be getting my money, but it can win. I think the corner is the big bonus here. I just don't think it enjoyed racing down the straight. The 1200 metres is a bonus. Williams, Pike, you can't ignore that combination as well. But I'm going to tip number 2, Main Instigator, from 1, Border Scott, 4, Conceded, and 9, Streets of London.
I'm going with number 9, Streets of London on top, from the 1, Border Scott, 4 Conceited, and number 5 Studio 54.
Race number 7 at Belmont Park, also over the 1200 metres here, and there's a couple that I think are going to have some big preparations, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely, Adam. We'll have a look though at the replay of last start runner-up Kloba Retta.
Away trailing it when they'd set sail from Nardini. Dad said Lurpatron getting home along the cutaway. Down inside the 250, Bangalore tackled by Clobberetta. Here's the one they've had a good go at. Stable Secret though. It's Stable Secret racing up to Clobberetta. Inside the 100, Stable Secret, Clobberetta fighting back. It's Clobberetta lifting from Stable Secret. Stable Secret, Clobberetta, nothing in it whatsoever.
Just cannot get the job done. Clobberetta continues to hurt Alana Williams, why she's had so many good winners at the moment with Socially Unique and Juicing Carrots doing the job. Then you got Clobberetta. You take a look at its last 5 runs. It's finished second on 4 occasions. Now, does draw barrier 1, which is a big bonus here, the 56.5 kilos. The biggest positive here, and I've mentioned numerous times on box seat, I just think this horse wants 1200 metres. Finally gets it. Will be able to work into the race nicely. Is a winning chance again.
Yeah, barrier 1 as well certainly helps. But yeah, last start we thought she got the win, and we were all cheering for Bonnie Police. But the photo came up, and it wasn't her day, unfortunately. The start before that ran into Mr. Motown, who was on the quick backup and looked to just have a little edge on Clobberetta there as well, with William Pike in the saddle on that day. Gee, I'm hoping for that horse and connections that Wednesday is the day for it. Number 2 as well, Majinka here. Now this horse comes into this first up and was good trial at him.
This is the horse that is going to have a big prep, I think. You take a look at even last campaign, won its 2 races at Pinjarra, winning by a length and a nose on those occasions. Then look at its last run, was only beaten 2 lengths to All G, which has been sold to Hong Kong as well, and we know came out and ran well in listed company. Barrier 2, 58.5 kilos, loved the trial, was beaten 2 lengths by She Resor, wasn't wound up at all. I think this horse will get a nice run, can be in that forward position, is the one to beat.
Number 3, Bangalore, winner 2 starts ago, and that was a nice win. Sort of wobbled up the straight when winning, but last start was a little bit disappointing. It apparently misstrode, according to the stewards report, at around the 900 metre mark, and then returned with an elevated heart rate. So all was not well. Hopefully he's right to go here.
Yeah, put a line through that and go back to that first start, as you mentioned. There was a pretty good performance on that occasion after winning a trial, came out and beat Pop Hero. We know those form lines are fair. Got a bit of a question mark over the 1200. Has had 4 attempts at the distance before and has never placed. And I thought probably the 1000 on first up was right at the length of its distance. So I'll be intrigued to see how it goes. But certainly I think a place chance in this race from barrier 6. But I'm going to go with number 2, Majinka. From 1, Clobberetta, 5, Big Carolina, 6, Express Snooper.
Yes, I've got the 2 on top as well. Majinka. From the 1, Clobberetta, 3, Bangalore, and number 12, Theorize.
Race number 8 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1300 metres, and the one thing we're guaranteed with this race is plenty of speed. Pegatigo likes to go forward, Meteoroid as well, Dollar Down, Chancery, Queen of Tease, they're all leaders. So I think the horses that get back and run on will definitely get their opportunity.
One of those will be number 7, Adam, Phantom Choice from the Neville Palm. We had won really impressively last week. Let's have a look at that replay.
Raw Vakira still about 9 lengths from the leader at the top of the straight, and penalty point last. They go to the 300. Barracky Beach shifting ground. Mambo Kadzi is winding up now for the Wizard. It's coming along the inside. Phantom Choice not getting a lot of room between them. He's trying to stick his baldy face head through the gap. He's through now. Phantom Choice coming at Mambo Kadzi on the outside. Barracky Beach. Phantom Choice now gains the upper hand though. He threaded the eye of the needle, and Phantom Choice won.
It's a strong performance there by Phantom Choice, and we went back even in the preview, we mentioned some of the form lines, and it jumps as a $3.20 favourite. I think 4 starts before that. It had been a little bit disappointing since then. All of a sudden drifted out to a nice $15 on that occasion. Enjoys the soft track, found that there. Has now had 6 attempts to 3 victories and a third. Got a lovely ride from Jason Brown. There was only a small gap there, but Brown was determined to push through, was able to do that and got the victory as well. And I think this horse can win again.
I was just about to say, Adam, you really like to see horses put their best foot forward and take those really slight gaps. Jason Brown got it through on that occasion. Nice pickup ride for him, taking the ride off the injured Brad Parnham, but also number 3, Heavy Set. I like the way it got home in the same race.
Hasn't won for 704 days now, Heavy Set, which is a small concern, but barrier 2 is a big positive here. Attacked the line strongly, was only beaten a length by Phantom Choice, now gets a 1.5 kilo swing as well. Doesn't mind the sting out of the track. I think the biggest bonus here is that there is going to be speed in the race. I can see Heavy Set finishing over top of them.
Number 2, Angel Sky. Clinch on supporter, takes off 2 kilos for Grant Williams. Forget last start, was wide rounding the turn and did a lot of work. The start before that was an excellent win. in. Excellent ride by Glenn Smith leading all the way. Very, very smart ride.
Yeah, it was, but I think that's maybe why this horse's form lines look a bit stronger than they are. It was a brilliant ride by Glenn Smith and he bullied the rest of the field. Had it been run in a normal race, would have she won where she wasn't able to dictate terms. Last start, she was wide and she was beaten 3 lengths by Bonnie Zara, which is a Saturday horse, but she'd need to improve, I think, to really match this top 2 or 3 in this field. But I'm going to tip number 3, Heavy Set, from 5, The Forgotten One, 7, Phantom Choice and 6, Meteoroid.
Going with 2, Angel Sky from the Good Barrier, from 6, Meteoroid, 5, The Forgotten One, and number 8, Politics.
Time now to take a look at our best bets for the card, and I'm going to start with race 5 and number 5, Eyes Wide Open, and then race 7, number 2, Majinka, Mark.
I'm going with the fresh horse, race 4, number 2, Supposition, and the one that you're not too keen on, but I'm very keen on, number 8, race number 8, number 2, Angel Sky.
As we always say, do follow us on social media, as we said, with the conditions and hoping for a track upgrade. Do keep an eye on the RAWA website, Perth Racing website as well, and social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Hopefully we found you a couple of winners here. We'll be back again later on the week with another edition of the Box Seat.